Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, who blessed me with the spirit to do this lesson. And in this lesson is another installment of Crime in the City. I like to do these things because it bundles everything up as to what's going on in the city, and it's just another sign that this place is falling and is rapidly decreasing, and immorality is being pushed forward, and not caring, and the love of the people waxing worse and worse, man. So hey man, we just gonna dive into it. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah willing, the elect is edified. Hey, check this out, man. Cause we at the end. Shalom.
A grieving father speaks out. His son, the latest young victim of gun violence.
Everybody knows my son.
Plus, the city's new top cop on his mission to keep New Yorkers safe. And going deeper on how the Gilgo Beach murder suspect was caught.
This person should never see the light of day again.
Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here are the crimes across the 5 boroughs. We begin this week in Brooklyn, where a 15-year-old boy is shot and killed in broad daylight.
Right now, an NYPD manhunt is underway for a 17-year-old gunman who police say opened fire on a group of teens who were coming out of summer school yesterday afternoon. Police say this gunman shot and killed a 15-year-old, and now his grieving father is speaking out. Members of Brooklyn's closely knit Uzbekistan community stopped by the Bensonhurst home of 15-year-old Faradun Mavlinov to console his heartbroken father. In this surveillance video, when a 17-year-old gunman, covered up in a mask and a hoodie, takes aim and fires.
Detectives were able to identify this 17-year-old male, and we're actively looking for him right now.
Faradun, who was training in judo, is seen in this photo with his proud dad, Firdaus Malinov.
I am barber. Everybody knows my son.
The other teens ran for their lives. The grieving father says he rushed to the scene and followed the ambulance to the hospital. At first, he was hopeful his son would make it. Then came the devastating reality.
After they go to hospital, his heart coming working. And then almost started 2 p.m. Surgery, and 7 p.m. he finished surgery, and blood nothing stopped.
Many of the men in the neighborhood know the family and stopped by to lend whatever support they could, knowing nothing could undo an unendurable loss.
This is not only his loss, this is everyone's loss. Everyone, we are raising our kids and children, right, children? So we need.
And you see, this is so-called Arabs, who they are Ishmaelites, according to the Bible. And see, these nations, they don't give a damn about you, Jakes. Right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they don't give a damn about, your well-being or your kids. So now, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, like he said in Deuteronomy 30:7, that he's going to bring all these curses upon these nations, man. Right? So the same way, you don't care what happens to the Israelites, there's not going to be anyone that care about what happens to your kids, man. But it's just crazy because you got these niggas that all running around here killing each other, man. These niggas in hoodies and masks and just bug the hell out, man. 90 degrees, you wearing a hood with the hood tied around your face as tight as you know what, and a mask on, man. Or what you call it, a shiesty mask. Which these ain't nothing but a bunch of little demons running around, man. The Lord got something for y'all too, man. But when it comes to these other nations and their children, hey, honestly, we don't give a damn. Because you proud as hell. You come over here, you flourish over the Israelites, and you look down upon the Israelites, man. Right? You sell out people K2 and pork when you and your people don't eat it, man, because you know it's abominable and you know it's against the laws of the Most High, man. So, hey, the Most High got something for you other nations as well, man. But that's another story for another time and another video for another time. Let's continue.
We need more safety. We need more safety for our streets and our city.
Now, the heartbreak and despair in this community is real, and a sense of futility is growing, especially among the dads who came out here to support this grieving father. Some of them telling us that no matter what you do, even if you keep your child out of trouble, that's no guarantee you'll be able to keep them alive.
Oh, hell.
The interior of an infinity is thoughtfully designed.
Damn. Ads.
Over in Times Square, an argument among 3 teens erupts in gunfire.
Well, 3 teens are recovering this morning after a shooting. This is near the Red Lobster in Times Square.
Yeah, police are now looking for that gunman. Fox 5's Robert Moses joins us in Times Square.
We know, according to police, that some sort of dispute preceded the shooting here. You know, year to date, shootings here in the city are down by more than 20% compared to last year, but it doesn't feel that way lately, especially on this morning after that shooting here in busy Times Square that injured 3 teenagers.
Times Square proved to not be a gun-free zone last night. Police say just before midnight, a gunman shot 3 male teenagers, a 15, 17, and 18-year-old, in front of 5 Times Square, which houses Red Lobster. Authorities say the 15 and 18-year-olds were hit in their legs and taken to Bellevue Hospital. The 17-year-old was shot in the arm and brought to Harlem Hospital by private means. All 3 teens are expected to be okay. Police say the shooter fled on foot. Shell casings littered the sidewalk in the wake of the late-night shooting.
Back in Brooklyn, bodega workers lash out after a violent attack in Flatbush.
Too many people thinking they can come into a bodega and take ownership of that bodega by taking the merchandise and not paying for it.
Members of the United Bodegas of America speak out after a weekend assault in which 2 workers were stabbed and a third assaulted. The UBA says on Sunday evening around 5:30, surveillance video captures a man inside Pedregal Grocery in Flatbush, Brooklyn, refusing to pay the price for his items. The man is seen throwing what appears to be cans at the workers behind the counter, to which one of the brother owners grabbed a bat and throws the man out. And that's when things escalated further.
His brother took him out of the store, and the guy already had the knife on hand, and that's when the activity happened.
During the push out is when the stabbing happened?
When they were outside.
46-year-old bodega owner Pedro Ramirez was stabbed in the chest and arm and underwent surgery. His brother, 60-year-old Marcial, was stabbed in the hand and was repeatedly hit by the bat. He too will need surgery. Surveillance cameras show the suspect using the bat to shatter the store's door. When it broke, flying glass hit Jose Ramirez in the face. He attended Tuesday's news conference.
He was standing behind the door, broke the glass hit his face.
United Bodegas of America says after the attack, the suspect, who is believed to live in or frequent the area, took off before police got on scene. The UBA is offering a $3,000 reward to anyone who turns him into the NYPD. They add that bodegas are being overwhelmed by theft and looting, which has seen many instances of owners fighting back, though at the great risk of possibly being prosecuted themselves.
It's not worth your life, and it's not worth you being prosecuted for defending your property. Until we can get the laws right, until the district attorneys and the judges do the right thing, we are asking bodega owners to stand down.
And in Crown Heights, a mother and her baby are shoved at knife point on the subway.
So basically, these bodega owners, the laws that they want them to pass is basically for them to carry arms and be able to put you to death if you try to run in their store and steal something, man. And that's what it's going to come to, man. Right? Because, you know, you have a lot of that. You have a lot of people that's going in the supermarkets and they are just walking out with merchandise. They're going in, you know, like the pharmacies and things of that sort and just taking stuff, and some of them get caught and they back out on the street. So, it's gonna be laws that's going to pass that if you go in a store stealing and you have something and you cause a corrupt, they're gonna be able to put you to death on sight, man. But what you're seeing is just a land full of mischief and wickedness, man. This is Job chapter 10, verse 22. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, man. There's no order here. There's no order here in Babylon the Great, man. Everything is all out of whack. Everything is just, complete and utter chaotic, man. Right? It says, and where the light is as darkness. So what do you see more? You see crime, you see theft, you see violence, you see that the most, man. That's the light right now. Being wicked, being evil. That's what you see going on, man. And that's what's going to continue to increase because this place is on its way out, man. Right? Isaiah chapter 60. Right? Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. And it reads, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Right? Wickedness. And gross darkness to people. Yeah, gross wickedness to people, man. You can see it, man. As you see this on the screen, this is gross. But we speaking spiritually, right? Into the physical, man. Right? This is gross darkness. It says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee. Who's the thee? The elect, man. The men of the Lord that's trying their best to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua through all this chaotic evil, wicked spirit that's out here, man. It says, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, man. So the men of the Lord, they're going to be exalted right in these last days. Right? Because what? They exalt Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We tell you to come back to your heritage. But you don't want to do that, man. You want to be in gross darkness. Right? So therefore, what's going to be your result? Death. Let's continue.
The NYPD released this surveillance video of a man and a woman who were accused of shoving a mom who was carrying her baby in a stroller. Police say it happened July 5th at the Utica Avenue Crown Heights subway station in Brooklyn. The 37-year-old woman and her 9-month-old baby were on the stairs when she got into an argument with the two suspects. Officials say the man and the woman showed the victim a knife and then pushed her, causing her baby to hit his head against the wall. The mother was okay. The baby did suffer minor injuries.
Oh.
Next, on the Upper East Side, a man is stabbed in the neck on a subway platform.
A 37-year-old man is recovering after being stabbed in the neck on a subway platform on the Upper East Side. Now, this happened just before 4:30 yesterday afternoon inside the 86th Street and Lexington Avenue station. That victim was taken to the hospital in what's described to us as stable condition. A suspect was taken into custody at the scene and a knife was recovered. There's no word as to what led to that stabbing.
Heading up to Harlem now, the NYPD's new commissioner opens up on his first day as top cop.
The day began with a huge crowd cheering on the mayor's choice of Edward Caban as the new police commissioner, and he wasted no time getting down to business. And in an exclusive interview, he tells me that driving down crime is a personal mission. Our Fox 5 camera was the only one allowed into the 25th precinct as newly appointed police commissioner Edward Caban stopped by a roll call to let the officers know they were appreciated.
I just want to stop by today and just say thank you. Officers are doing work day in and day out. They're doing the hard work, and they have to be recognized for that.
Outside the precinct, Commissioner Caban told me he's ready to meet the challenges of driving crime down and changing New Yorkers' safety perceptions.
My first day began 32 years ago when I became a cop. It's the same mission, to help people, to make sure we're safe, to make sure the city is safe, and that'll always be my mission.
This morning, hundreds of people came out to the 40th precinct.
And no one's going to be safe. America's not going to be safe. You're not going to make it safe. It's going to get worse because, hey, you're just a mortal man. And this is all the script and the play of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Right? You got everybody in smiles and giggles. Yeah, we got a new top cop, but hey, he ain't gonna do a damn thing, man. Only thing he gonna do, which is abide by the agenda, but in that agenda, only thing he gonna do is oppress you so-called Negroes and Latinos in the hood, man. He gonna do the same thing every other cop did, man. You gonna get your ass whooped in the street, right? You gonna be stopped and frisked. You gonna get your brains beat in, right? And they're gonna pay a bunch of money to kill you, man. Ain't nothing gonna change, man. It's only gonna get worse.
Precinct to cheer on the city's first Latino police commissioner. The crowd included Latino elected officials, community leaders, police officers, and residents.
This young man of Puerto Rican ancestry can go from watching his dad be a transit cop to being the top cop in the city of New York.
Commissioner Caban told me it was a moving, surreal moment for him.
Together, we will build upon our success.
And let me rewind that, man, because I think he was holding the Bible right here. Right here. I believe this is the Bible in his hand. You see, this is a hypocritical nation. And this man, he thinks he has some power, man. But those so-called white people, don't mean the mics, they're going to get in his ear, man. And they're going to tell him, listen, you ain't above the system, man. You're going to do what the hell we tell you. You're going to oppress the Negroes, right? You're going to oppress your own people, basically, right? You're going to make sure, our people are safe, right? You're gonna protect the investment. You're gonna protect the agenda, man. That's what they're gonna tell him. All these smiles, these are all phony and just what's the word? Phony and complete and it's a complete and utter trick, man. That's what this is. But what did the Lord say? This is 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. These are plagues being sent by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that no man can stop. No man can shut down. Right? So these people, they think they have, control of the situation. They have no control, man. These puny humans have no control, man. These mortal men have no control, man. This is all the play of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Right? And we all just playing our roles in this play, man.
For him.
Together, we will build upon our successes and continue to drive down crime and improve the quality of life in our communities.
Now, in terms of his plans, Commissioner Caban tells me that he plans to target particular areas. They're looking at youth crime. There was a rise in that recently, and other specific areas. He says New Yorkers' perceptions about crime and safety will change once they start to see more results.
Are you an e-commerce business owner struggling to keep up with the financial complexities of running an online business?
And finally, leaving the city, a closer look at how investigators pin down an accused serial killer.
Well, the arrest of the Gilgo Beach murder suspect has many singing the praises of Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison.
Fox 5's Jody Goldberg sat down with him today and asked him what he credits for helping lead to this major break in the case.
This person should never see the light of day again.
In a sit-down interview, Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison touted the work of the task force he formed to find the Gilgo Beach killer or killers, but vowed not to rest until the story of every victim could be fully told.
We had one sergeant, 3 detectives. We had one person from the state police. We had one FBI agent, and the district attorney had a team of people that were coming in and out of the task force, and one liaison person investigator from the sheriff's office.
It was the state police and their database, according to Harrison, that gave the team the ability to identify the truck one of Rex Heuermann's victims was last seen in. It's now at the crime lab in Hauppauge. The multi-agency investigation into the 59-year-old architect ended abruptly last week after he was arrested outside of his office in Midtown.
The case was in the grand jury and intended to be a possible leak. That with a combination of him being a violent human being.
More than 200 guns have been recovered from Heuermann's home in Massapequa Park, which is another reason why he was arrested in Manhattan.
The strategy was to see if we could catch him by his workplace, take that long ride from 35th and 5th out to 30 Yaphank, which could be an hour-and-a-half ride, and see if he was willing to talk and give up anything about his role.
Harrison said Heuermann didn't say much.
As soon as we told him and informed him he's going to be placed under arrest, we put him inside the vehicle. We read him his Miranda. He asked for a lawyer. And that was the end of the conversation.
Harrison tells us Heuermann's wife was surprised when she was told her husband had been arrested.
When we told the wife, she was shocked. She was embarrassed. But there was a point where we showed her certain pictures, and she said, okay, it is what it is.
Harrison says the department gets 10 to 15 tips a day, but he's not commenting on any leads.
We're going to continue to keep the task force intact and make sure we hold those individuals accountable that committed all the crimes with the bodies that were recovered on Ocean Parkway.
Harrison expects investigators to be at the house until at least this weekend, but wouldn't be surprised if it's longer based on all of the items they're going through.
And that's this week's Crime in the City. Subscribe for more at YouTube.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 20, and I'm going to shut it down. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out, man. Starting with Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man, along with these other nations. You're going to be put out, man. All that came against the nation of Israel, right? All that do wickedly, the Lord is going to put out, man. So I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Hey, love y'all, Israel. Until next time, shalom.